The message of the panel was simple. The Latino voice is louder and stronger than ever. It is unseasonably warm on Capitol Hill. Check out these flowers. They're already in full bloom. Tomorrow is the 1-month anniversary of the botched presidential preference election in Maricopa County. But it's not just opponents who are walking the halls of Congress. We have the exclusive on-camera interview. That's a fight for another day. Reporting from the Supreme Court in Washington, Katie Bieri, Cronkite News. It's a 29,000-pound weapon of destruction. And it's done the dirty work of the Air Force for more than 40 years. This plane might have an unflattering name, but Representative Martha McSally still loves the Warthog.
If you are on the ground under fire, in harm's way, often in very complex circumstances, the A-10 provides a capability to keep you alive that no other airplane does.
And the plane will be around for at least another 5 years. After threatening to retire the A-10s, the Pentagon's 2017 budget proposal included funding for the fighter jets until 2022.
The bottom line here is we are not proposing to retire any of these aircraft.
Davis-Monthan Air Force Base has more than 80 A-10s, and that's another reason why Arizona lawmakers, like Senator John McCain, fought to keep the Warthog.
Well, I feel good, not just for Arizona, where obviously it's a very important part of our economy, but far more importantly than that, it is the most important tool in our fight against ISIS and our capabilities of destroying them.
So sure, it's kicking butt in the ISIS fight, which we knew it would.
But McSally has a personal connection. She was the first female A-10 instructor pilot in history.
So this is actually a cutout of a part of an actual 30mm A-10 gun.
She flew the 50-foot-long plane for 2.5 decades at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Tucson.
The airplane doesn't care whether you're a boy or a girl. The airplane just cares if you fly it well and you shoot straight.
In Washington, Katie Bieri, Cronkite News. For the most part, Congressman David Schweikert's staff is pretty accommodating. But a couple staffers especially won't give you the back of the hand. Or should I say paw?
Oh, she's strong. We actually have an office tradition. Babies and canines are always invited. We haven't convinced anyone to bring their cat yet. Yes, and the chaos continues.
It's a policy appreciated by all his staffers.
Just the peace of mind that he's not home alone, destroying my apartment.
I don't think I've ever left her at home.
And yes, Congress might have a pack mentality, but Schweikert welcomes dogs from both sides of the aisle.
I know my dog at home is a Democrat because he expects me to clean up after him, he expects me to feed him.
And visitors leave the office with a tale to tell.
It was kind of a nice surge of happiness to be able to come in and actually see an animal in the office, a congressman's office.
It was just a nice kind of welcoming environment. It makes you feel more comfortable coming in.
So besides some minor work annoyances,
We have probably 20 of these around the office.
it's all worth it.
Was it Harry Truman who said if you want a friend in Washington, D.C., get a dog? So we have two. We at least have two friends.
Dixie.
In Washington, Katie Bieri, Cronkite News. It's estimated that thousands of people waited in line today to pay their respects to Justice Scalia, including a few Arizonans. Like Andrew Everston, a Chandler native and current freshman at American University.
I'm here to pay my respects to a man who definitely shaped the face of America, whether or not you agree with his views.
And he wasn't the only student.
It was a strong, conservative, strict constitutionalist opinion that, for the sake of argument, is good to have.
Others echoed that Scalia's strict interpretation of the Constitution arguably changed the face of history.
Promoting the Constitution and interpreting it, literally and not like as a living, breathing document.
Phoenix native Rachel Powell came even in the chilly temperatures with her 4-month-old son, James.
But it's definitely not like Arizona, so he's definitely a little cold today.
Alyssa Anderson was another Phoenix transplant.
Well, I'm working in the Senate, so I just came to pay my respects. I figured this is probably just a huge moment of history that I got lucky to be a part of.
Despite the cold temperatures, the mood was warm in the line that snaked down Capitol Street Friday evening. In Washington, Katie Bieri, Cronkite News.